March and April brought them Premier League perfection. Will May bring celebration and silverware? Manchester City's hat-trick of titles is just 5 wins away, and tonight the summit beckons. West Ham are on the verge of realising their ambition too, albeit one that's been significantly recalibrated as the season's gone on. Safety's within touching distance, but sometimes the last step can be the most difficult to take. Taking it here, with illness going through the camp, could be more difficult than ever. It's City's 10th game in 33 days, their first of 8 in the next 25. A deep squad's seldom been more of a necessity, but Pep Guardiola makes just 3 changes today. There's a Premier League debut for Stefan Ortega as Ederson is rested. Nathan Ake returns from a hamstring injury to replace Manuel Akanji at the back. John Stones will drop in at right back when City don't have possession. How he's excelled in this midfield role alongside Rodri. Those two working well in tandem in the early stages of this game. Back for Grealish again. Mahrez, good save. I think Fabianski only saw it late. It came through a fair bit of traffic and he got down to tip it away, and it is a corner.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the best from Mahrez, but it's good enough, and I think it's come through legs. I think that's what made it difficult for Fabianski, but it's a very good reaction because he did pick it up late.
I think it's fair to say that, all things being equal, he was expecting higher levels of individual performance tonight. But coming into this game with the problems that they've had, he'll be delighted with the foundation that has been laid, albeit that he knows that they're only 1/4 of the way to a positive result. Alvarez able to turn. Grealish again supplying the option on the left-hand side. It's deep, and Haaland coming around the back did well to even make that much of it.
Yeah, I think he did, because he wasn't sure whether Mahrez was going to get something on it. Mahrez has come from out to win and just kind of run past him, and he thought maybe Mahrez was just going to take it off his head, so did well to actually anticipate that it was there. It made it a little more difficult with the angle being more and more acute. How many appearances do you need to get a medal should you win a Premier League title? What is it now?
I think, and I stand to be corrected, it's a lot less than it used to be. Ortega might have a save to make here. He does. Just had to make sure that at the near post he made himself as big as possible to divert that one away.
Yeah, I mean, it's a clever throw, but a brilliant take from Bowen, and the angle was always against him, but you know, he had to have a go in the circumstances, and he's a guy that's, you know, been involved in what West Ham have been producing goal-wise.
Rodri, Haaland, back for Rodri, off the post, and somehow wide of the other post. Could he do that again if he tried?
Well, it's usually the smaller men in the side darting into the box. And, you know, it wasn't the greatest pass from Haaland. It kind of ran nicely there off his shin for Rodri, and it got him into the space. And then it's a case of, can I just slide it inside the post? And you don't get any closer than that.
Just 2 in the wall. Mahrez clipping it in! And Nathan Ake steers it home! And the emotion at the Eithad, one of relief and one of frustration in North London. West Ham defending superbly, but it's a routine set piece that's undone then. And it's belated business as usual.
Well, I'm thinking again we're going to see the head of Ogbonna just take it away from Ake, but he got underneath it on that occasion. He misjudged it, the Italian, and he's been doing that a lot, hasn't he, lately? I mean, he's getting into very good places for his club, and he's also scoring for his country.
Now Grealish. Alvarez, a clever touch, going for goal. Better attempt from him.
Yeah, I mean, he's not looking for height and dip on this occasion. He's just looking to try and place it inside the post.
And It's come in a run in which he scored in 3 of his last 4 games. Now City can bring it forward. Haaland waiting for it. Erling Haaland keeps doing what Erling Haaland does. Breaking defences, breaking records in what is now the most prolific season in Premier League history. 8 months of full throttle, foot on the throat, bludgeoning of backlines. 35 goals in 31 games, and the rest now all trail in his wake.
Well, it was a poor touch from Danny Ings, and that gave the ball back to Manchester City. And the one worry, I think, for the City fans here was that he was going to run into an offside position just before Grealish released it, because he took 2 touches, Jack Grealish. Maybe he could have done with 1, but it didn't matter in the end. He remained onside. And yes, there is a little touch from Fabianski, but that's a cracker, the way he showed the coolness after he had a look and weighed the situation up. The coolness to do that.
Mahrez with the corner. Back in with real power. Phil Foden may well have taken a deflection on its way through. But it's a grand goal for Manchester City. The 1000th under Guardiola. Manchester City, top of the table, and getting ever closer to leg 1 of the treble.
Well, we always talk about this guy and his technique, and it's about getting it right. Now look, he's got a big break off Emerson, but credit to him, because, you know, he caught it plumb. He hit it hard, and nothing Fabianski could do once it glanced off the Brazilian's heel.
Oh, Grealish with a sublime reverse ball. It could be 4. Foden couldn't get it past Fabianski. He'll be frustrated that he didn't.
Well, I thought in the end, I mean, it was wonderful through the legs of Johnson to get Silva in. And I thought he was going to do what Haaland did and just go for that left-footed dink. Really skillful as well, and you can't fault his work rate.
The blue moon rises, and it does. See them standing alone. Manchester City back on top of the table, and now it's in their hands to stay there. West Ham hung in there, no landslide, but another landmark. Erling Haaland, now the most prolific player in a single season in Premier League history. 35 in the league, 51 in all competitions. Manchester City 3, West Ham United 0.